Hello, YouTube. We are here coming at you from Maboo Studios. We have, I'm sure a lot of you just left Corvus Oskin's live stream, and now we're on my live stream. So, for all the new people here, we have Rob from Flip Aquatics.
How you guys doing?
Joel from Corvus Oskin and RFT. Obviously, Corey from Aquarium Co-op and about 18 other channels. And then, who you probably don't know, is Mike from Aquapros.
Heyo.
All right, so I got one thing that I got to cover real quick. And a teacher reached out to me and said that he has a huge fan, and he's local. Ooh. And he is a freshman who plays varsity football, offensive lineman.
Whoa.
He's trying to make state wrestling, and he asked, his name is Keegan. The teacher asked if we could get him an autographed shirt. So we're going to go around the table and autograph this shirt for him real quick.
Nice.
This is the original. You can't get this shirt anymore. Oh. So this is old school. So I want all you guys to autograph it, if you don't mind. I don't know what that says, but if you got your own pen, that's fine. And then
That's really cool, Bob.
we also got him a Aquarium Co-op hat and the puffer shirt.
Nice.
So hopefully that will make his day.
Hopefully he's watching. Good, Bob.
Well, I'm sure he's on wrestling practice.
Yeah, hashtag good, Bob.
Football.
Thirdly, now, for anyone who's been paying attention all weekend, there's been some, kind of gutter talk. We're going to try to keep my channel family and kid-friendly, please, if we can. That's all right. And then fourth up, how do we get some of that chocolate milk?
The chocolate milk's in the house.
I wonder if we can get some.
Might happen.
All right, hopefully she's watching. And we can turn our volumes down.
I did.
Okay.
I was doing it fast.
All right, so we have one super chat already. Jimmy, can we take a look at it? Flynn's Fish Forum. I believe that's a first for me on my channel. Thank you, Flynn. $5 Canadian says, awesome stream. We've only been going for 5 minutes and we're already awesome. I like it.
It's because we're on your channel, Bob.
I know. So we got, a lot of people here. How many people do we have, Jimmy? What are we trying to get? What's the number? 1,000?
1,000. We are currently at.
Jeez, we got a ways to go. So don't forget to share and like. I know we had some difficulty. Hopefully people aren't hanging out in the old chat. Maybe someone can check. I don't know. You got that, Rob?
Yeah, I can do that for you, Bob.
All right, thanks. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'll do it anyway.
Where's that pen go?
Mass Aquarium says, I think you guys should live stream every hour. That won't bog down anything. If I could. I like live streaming. Let's see. So we got Candy, Nisi, Bob. You can't come to Arizona. My wife might beat you for getting me into the hobby. You were the first YouTuber I started watching. Well, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Charles Fish Tank says 1 billion viewers is achievable. Ooh. You guys rule. Clay Hodges with the $5 super chat.
Woo!
So, what's been going on this weekend? What's your big takeaway so far this weekend?
What's been going on this weekend?
Yeah. What's your favorite part of this weekend so far?
My favorite part of this weekend so far was crunchy and soft tacos today. And I had a chocolate muffin. I hate to say that it's food-oriented, but it's really food-oriented right now because I did a lot of driving and stuff earlier, and then I got to eat food. And so I felt great. Wow. And I went to the bank this morning, and it was like, it's kind of miserable. But honestly, my biggest takeaway is getting to spend some more time with Mike and Rob, realistically, and Bob, because Bob, I don't get to see him as often, and he's super close. So one of these days, Corey and I are going to have to swing in from some ropes, get dropped from a helicopter or something. But realistically, spending time with the guys that I don't get to spend time with, and the bearded fish keeper too, Kyle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that was my biggest takeaway because I already I already kind of knew what was going on here. Like the table and stuff,
Yeah, I guess you already knew. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Corey? Can you reach that?
I can reach. My favorite part, seeing the new studios, because there's more than one that you really guys haven't seen yet. being used efficiently. Like, we were able to do a lot of collaboration videos pretty quickly with one of the minor studios and stuff like that. So seeing stuff work, like, I already know you guys have said, like, obviously I need more microphones. We need a couple more monitors and stuff like that. The schedule was moved up 2 weeks. We were hoping to launch February 1st, but then Rob flew out. So we're 2 weeks ahead of time, and there's still, like, we're supposed to have even another computer running right now, but 2 bad motherboards RMA'd, and we're still waiting for a third one. It's been delayed due to weather. So it's one of those things like...
AMD.
Yes.
It's a crossfire.
Yes. And so we're waiting for parts, and, you know, we figured out what we need to fix, though, and it'll get better, and we can have time to finish. So, but it's been a blast, and, yeah, even my wife got all 4 days off, so it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do the public service announcement. We know that more mics are needed when there's this many people. We also cannot read the chat as fast as it's going. Hopefully you guys can give us some leeway there. But go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
And then Rob, what's your favorite moment of this weekend?
Okay.
And after Mike, I'm setting this up because I'm going to leave the table for a second. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I think Joel, you know, kind of covered it. What I was gonna say. I mean, just hanging out with you, you know, building a friendship with you. I mean, we met in AE, but it's been a lot of fun just to come out and hang out with you guys. And of course, my buddy Rob.
My boy.
We've been having a great time together. And then, of course, you know, I've only been here one other time, but, you know, seeing the change that's taking place, you know, not just with what's going to be coming as far as content, like seeing this room is crazy. All the, you know, hard work that Corey and Joel have put into here, it's fun, and I'm excited for the future. And I have to also give a huge shout out to the Dorkula, because she's made this weekend happen. If she wasn't around doing all the stuff she's been doing for us, I mean, we'd be hurting. So, thank you, Katie, for that. It's been great. It's been great.
That's awesome. Well, I too have really enjoyed just the friendships and just hanging out, because at the end of the day, you see people on YouTube, but to actually hang out with everybody and make the friendships and actually just like have a good time as people is a lot of fun. And yeah, so I've really enjoyed it. Probably my favorite part of the entire weekend has to be playing PUBG with my buddy Mike and Jimmy behind the camera. We literally started playing at about 10, 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
And we played until 4:30 in the morning. And then I was dumb enough to get up at 9 a.m. And me and Corey went and we did an unboxing. Joel ended up coming and hanging out. And so it's been a busy day. A little tired, but I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. So
I would too, buddy. I would too.
I don't want to leave out Jimmy. Jimmy, what's been your favorite part of the weekend?
Hang out with you guys, lad.
So I was told to put on the taco hat. I'm assuming they were talking about that one, but I threw him for a loop with this one.
Ooh, I saw that too. I thought, yeah, okay, all right.
Bob, you just became 10 times more manly.
I know. Well, I didn't get to eat tacos, so I figured I might as well wear one.
Yeah.
Done it again, Bob.
All right. Jimmy, super chats.
All right. Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Thank you, sir.
That is so funny. Hashtag Nopey.
Nope. Hi.
Holy cow, there's a lot of them. Let's see. LG3 Nation, thank you, my friend. Pound, no pee, and water emojis. Thank you.
You know what that actually says? Hashtag what?
No pee.
Yeah.
That says
Nopey.
That says
Yeah,
Nopey.
he spelled it right.
Hey, look, man, I don't know how to read.
Mike with the $5 super chat says, Bob, that is the best start to a live stream I've seen yet. Keep it up. Awesome. Chris Jobs Aquarium Tanks with the $4.20 super chat. I think by looking at Mike's eyes, we know what that means. Thank you, Chris. Glass Boxes Joel says, for one tasty Tide Pod, salty, dry, moist, and sweet. There will be no Tide Pod challenges. No, thank you.
What's it? Oh.
I'm not part of that retarded generation.
They look so tasty, though.
Jeez.
Rob Hicks Aquarium with the $5 Canadian. You all need to give each other a pat on the back for all you're doing for the hobby.
Should we do it real quick?
And for us
We need to
fans.
get in a line and.
Get off me.
And Vexing Cat with the
Mike, come
$3.33 super chat. I don't know about you guys, but I always like it when they're odd numbers, like the cents. Just random, like $3. Okay, like $2.97. That would have been cool. But $3.33 in advance on Patreon. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and all my other patrons. Let's see. Charles Fish Tank says Bob's hat looks like a type of camo. Call it multicam trash.
I think he means that in a good way.
Yeah.
I sure hope so,
He
Charles.
must mean that in a good
What a
way.
compliment.
There are little tacos on this hat. So,
Yeah.
Circle Pat. Sweeten the lick? I don't even know what that means.
Hey, see what? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
So have you found any questions yet, Jimmy, or are we still just going...
Can I ask how you dry yourself? Inside the shower or outside the shower?
I start inside and then slowly work my way outside.
Man.
Absolutely. You got to stay warm while you
What
do it. I
is
mean,
this?
if you exit right
And
away.
then when I'm really lucky, like the heater is right above it, so I can walk out, and if it's on and blowing down the furnace, I can just be like, an air dry.
I got a really great image in
That's-
my mind right now.
I
You
hope
wear
so.
the taco hat while this is happening.
All right, and we got another. Thanks, Jimmy. That's a great question. Mile High Plecos with the $20 super chat. Bob's the best, #1 fan right here. I believe it too. Thank you, Michael. When's Bob getting this pirate outfit? Well, that's up to Joel.
Very, very soon. I just have to measure him. I got to check his inseam. See what his measurements are.
Extra fat.
Extra fat?
Yep.
Extra beefy.
Perfect answer, Bob. Oh, Bearded Fish Keeper. There's Kyle. He's
Heyo.
missing today. Probably had to work, I'm
What's up,
sure.
Kyle?
So Timmy says, Bob, you need to get a Mubu puffer.
You have one.
I have one.
Yeah.
I think somebody needs to watch my channel.
Ooh.
I am part of the Mubu crew, but to be fair, I haven't shown it on my channel for a couple months. Maybe longer, because I can't see in the tank.
Is it still alive?
Yeah, I fed it a pack of clams today.
Why can't you see in there?
It is, so the whole top of it is water lettuce, and then all around it is algae.
Oh, need some trimming.
Yeah.
Who's trimming?
I'm just waiting for some help to move the 240 in, because Rob keeps ignoring me every time I ask him. But anyways,
240?
yeah,
Do you watch this channel?
nope. $2.97. So someone was paying attention. What man doesn't like pie? This man right here. To be fair, I don't know that I don't like it because I've never had it.
Yeah, and you don't get that big eating pie. I mean, you got to eat meat and potatoes.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I'd be bigger in other places if I ate pie and sugar. Just saying. Looks like we got a $10 super chat there somewhere, Jimmy. Oh boy, it's a long one. Chicken Lips too.
Dude, Chicken Lips is my hero.
This is such a train wreck. Steenfott Aquatics should be the name of the live shows. I like that.
I do like that.
Dang, I wish I was that clever. Okay, round the table question. Boxers or briefs? Corey and Joel, you need iPads recessed into the table for each seat. Well, that's going to go... You can put those in when we do the whole cam for poker.
Yeah. They're going in.
Commando for me, and we'll go this way.
Oh, so you went commando?
Whoa.
I'm not boxers or briefs. I actually go with the boxer briefs because I'm an adult and I like the best of both worlds whilst underwearing.
Explain what is
And
a
very specifically, if you would like to know, Hanes,
Hanes boxer?
because they are delightful.
wants to see what you're talking about.
No, I think I know.
You don't know what boxer briefs are?
What are
Well-
just normal briefs then? What is it?
Tighty whities.
but with legs.
Boxer briefs, you get the best
I
of
never
both
knew there was
parts.
a difference.
Except for it's not as good as commando though. I mean, that's a strong game.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right.
Rob, you're wearing one of my G-strings right now, right?
Hammock.
I saw you going through my bag. I'm just assuming.
What is
PG, guys. PG.
I know. What is this? I don't know this guy.
We were just
no.
talking about the kids, man. Come on.
I actually prefer the silky ones. Like they're like, I guess it would be boxer briefs. They just got they're like the athletic wear. I guess I got used to it playing football and
Like Under Armour?
things like that. Yeah, like Under Armour.
Yeah, that's
things
boxer
like-
briefs.
Is that boxer briefs? Okay, that's what I
Man
wear.
doesn't even know what he wears.
He doesn't even know.
My wife buys them for me.
He's got purple shirts on.
Jeez.
Camera set
I know.
here.
My wife isn't here, so she can't pick out my wardrobe. So I just I packed myself and I dressed myself this weekend.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Moving up in the world.
He has a pink bag.
I'm very proud of you.
I do have a pink bag also, and I didn't know it was pink until I got here. And I tried playing it off like, yeah, it's mine.
I don't get it. Do you see in black and white?
I keep shrimp. No, I don't see. I can't talk either. I don't see shades.
Okay. Does anybody know what that means?
Like when,
so
when
like
it's sunny
shades.
out and there's like shade on the ground.
No,
you can't
primary
see it.
colors. Like you got red, you got yellow, you got blue. But when you do like purple, it looks like blue.
Okay.
When you do navy blue, it looks like blue. When you do orange, it looks like yellow.
When you look at a traffic light, what do you see?
I know that red is on the top,
Okay.
and green is on the bottom.
Okay. Well, good thing I'm driving this weekend.
Yes, we almost died multiple times.
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh boy.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Can you make Milo a mod, please? I'm stealing another mod.
You know, with Malibu? Quit stealing all my mods.
Thank you. And thank you for the $2 super chat. You tried for the child-friendly stream. Lasted about 5 minutes.
What's still child friendly?
You're up?
Whitey Tidies exclusively. I thought that was normal, but apparently
You seem like it.
it's
thought-
not.
That makes sense.
I thought you wore something else.
Well, I mean, never mind.
I go for the boxer briefs, both Hanes and it used to be Old Navy till they changed them, and for sure have to be tagless.
Oh, has to be.
I'm not a
tagged.
barbarian.
It has to be
Yeah.
tags.
Yeah, we're not in the
That's
Stone
right.
Ages
Isn't that
around
the
here.
point, like when they changed the cut of the underwear you've been buying for years, you're like,
Oh, yeah. You need the mic.
Oh yeah, nothing quite like when they changed the cut of the underwears as a dude, because you're like, oh, this company's dead to me now because these do not fit how they're supposed to.
All right. Well, I'm ending the underwear talk. That's
underwear
enough.
talk?
Nobody wants a
been on that
round
one
table
for a
of
while.
dudes talking about underwear.
Yes.
Mike with
Somebody
the.
super chatted.
I guess they did pay for it. $2.34 super chat from Mike. Where did you all go to school? I went to school in Washington. It's about as specific as I'm going to get.
Okay, I actually went to Westminster College.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy.
Well, I figured that was the only safe place I could reveal.
Oh. I went to school in Washington, and I did some community colleges at the Skagit Valley College. Didn't finish though, because I'm bad, and I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, Corey.
You were too busy making videos.
You're a nice man.
No, I wasn't making videos back then. I was too busy gaming.
Well,
And then
sometimes that's better, right, Mike?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, sometimes gaming is the answer.
Yes, it
just-
is.
It all depends. I went to school in Alabama, where I'm from.
No, yeah.
You're from Alabama.
Yeah. originally,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Or Arkansas.
Didn't know that.
Great states.
I attended the School of Rock and the School of Hard Knocks. You can see that on HBO football special, The School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy. You found any fish questions for us? I mean, we are fish keepers,
Yeah.
not underwear wearers.
Or school. I am an underwear model.
Yeah, we.
And what magazine?
Oh, that's a good question. Am I through your reunion?
He has a spread in Live Aquarius.
Wait, what is it like?
It's the Men's Warehouse Big and Tall. I'm an underwear model, plus size. That's where I get my money.
So, anyways,
When we go to Peru,
I
he's doing
haven't
a photo
seen
shoot.
one fish question come up at all. So, to be fair, we're answering pretty much anything
I
at this
spent
point.
5 hours playing Shadow of War yesterday to get away. Gaming is definitely the answer sometimes.
This is coming from
I
Jeanne,
didn't play any.
who says she never has enough time, but found 5 hours to game.
To play video games.
Just
Now ask her why she didn't put out a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Where's the YouTube
Playing
video?
5 hours of game.
Oh, here is a very important
I know
question.
exactly what you're gonna
What
ask.
hair products do you use?
Dapper
Ooh.
Dan.
Dapper Dan fella, huh? Okay, here is a real question. And no, that wasn't the one I was going for. There it is right there. Only because it has my name highlighted. Kelly says, I have green spot algae that I think it's caused by high phosphate. Do y'all have suggestions for phosphate removing media or a pad that is effective? I always thought that green spot algae was from low phosphates.
No one knows what it's from, and anyone that says they do, I call them a liar.
Well, I'm a liar.
Not like being called a liar on your own stream.
So I have seen actually those like pads that you can buy at Petco or wherever that's like phosphate remover or nitrate remover. However, I have no idea if they actually work.
I'm sure they work, but I don't think that's the cause of green spot algae. Well,
Well, what do you think the cause is?
that's the thing is, everyone's got these crazy theories, and I've seen them disproved like a billion times of like, high nitrates, I don't have any nitrates. Okay, well, lower your nitrates, increase your flow, do this, dose more phosphate. And time again, I think it's an imbalance, and multiple things can cause it and fix it. But I don't think there's enough money into it for anyone to really figure it out. So it's kind of one of those ambiguous, like, change things till it doesn't happen.
Well, I get green spot algae in all of my tanks unless I do the EI dosing.
Really? Interesting.
It's the only time I've never got green spot. So there's something in there. Maybe I'll test
What
that, but I
dosing do you
probably
do,
won't.
Bob?
Dry ferts, EI.
Yeah, okay. And that's where you like overdose and then do a big water change?
Yeah.
Okay. I have heard of that.
So
But again, my water is completely different than theirs. So
Yeah,
it works
so-
for me.
I get green spot algae all the time, but I only get it on my glass. I don't have problems with it on my plants or necessarily like items in my tank. But it's so I just get rid of it with a razor blade. That's my trick. But if you got it on plants and wood and rocks and stuff, and you got a bat, that's another story.
Do nearite snails eat it? I believe they do, don't they?
Very slowly.
Very slowly.
I think we had a super chat there, Jimmy, that scrolled by, if you don't mind. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Clay Hodges says, you guys are scaring me. I am very scared myself, to be honest.
We missed this one too.
Do you sit in the shower? Thomas with the $2.97 super chat. I have one of those stand-up showers. So I have a half bath. No. Like a 3/4 bath, I think is what's that's
shower.
called. Yeah, stand up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a
Ooh.
bathtub attached.
So I could sit in it, but I would have to like roll out because there's not enough room for me to stand back up.
You'd have to like commando roll.
Yeah.
Somebody just guessed our ages.
Whoa!
What'd they get?
Where was
I
it?
want to see
Did they
that.
get any of them right? Rob 32.
Oh, they're close on you, Mike.
Wow!
You look
Yeah.
good for your age, dude.
Yeah.
They're close on quite a few of them.
Wow!
Oh, it's glass boxes. Get out of here.
All right.
Oh, that doesn't
Oh.
count. The dude's friends with us on Facebook. What a
He's friends
cheater.
with
Oh.
us on all sorts of. That's. Was he guessing? He
You're the
should
one that
know.
brought that up. You should have known.
What? No, Rob brought that
it up. I didn't know.
Oh.
I'm just I just pretty drunk.
Whoa!
I don't know where that's from.
Australia.
Australian money.
I thought it was
Legit?
I thought it was
What
Antarctica.
color is that, Rob?
So we would have
What
to
is what is blue?
He never knows what super cat
Other
he gets.
reason-
Oh, there it is.
I'm literally asking that one because that is a weird color. What is that,
That's
violet?
pink, isn't it?
It's like kind of magenta-y.
Can you
What is
scroll
magenta?
over and see what the
Dark
time
red.
limit is on that,
Like
Jimmy? On
purpley
top?
red.
Does it show the
It's the
time
color of your
limit?
shirt.
No.
Is it
Okay.
really?
Well, no comment, so thank you, Stanley. We all appreciate it very much.
Thanks, Dan.
Long hinges.
And then a couple more rolling in here. Zach's Tanks Crazy Aquarium guy, Sec10. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. Zach has very nice tanks, as a matter of fact. And he puts them on YouTube, so there you go.
Yeah, he is.
Multi-Tank Addiction says, Steenfott Aquatics, what would be the number one thing you would recommend a new channel to do to grow big like you guys? My number one thing would be to head over to Video Creators YouTube channel and watch every single video. He was live streaming today, and I got a little teary-eyed because I saw other aquarium channels in there. Aqua Apprentice was in there. The Fish Nerd was in there. And the Fish Nerd is a good example of what to do when you're starting a channel. because he's gotten to like over 3,000 subs pretty quickly. So he's doing it right because he's doing what old Tim Schmoyer is telling him to do. So I would tell you to go over to video creators, and there's some other ones, but I think he's my favorite. You guys got any tips?
Yeah, analyze, look at exactly what we all do, and really try and analyze as much of it as you can, and incorporate as much of that as you can into your content, but then throw your own thing on it, whatever that is. But I mean, there's all sorts of technical back end stuff that's also really important that people, I think that's the biggest thing that people don't latch onto right away. And to learn that information, you got to do a lot of Google searches, and you got to try and pry that out of wherever you can find it. But
yeah, that's a good point. Fall in love with your analytics.
Yeah, I feel like the most important thing is, one, you have to do something you're passionate about. So some people just want to be a YouTube star and they just start making videos to be that. But you have to do something you're passionate about. And another thing I really think is important is Gary Vee always says this: you have to document instead of create. Like, just document what you're doing. People always like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what videos to make. Well, just show what you're doing. Like, show your life, and some people will fall in love with that, and some people won't. And
that's actually a good point, because that is basically my channel to a T. Like, a lot of my videos are just what I did today in the fish room.
Yeah.
Like shoot the video.
Like, I don't have DIY videos. I don't have how to grow plant videos. It's basically just me hanging out in my fish room.
Yeah, and people can relate to that and fall in love with that.
I know you got some.
Oh yes. I'm gonna keep it sweet, short and sweet.
Same recline.
Just be good. No. I think focus on your audio. I think especially in fish rooms, and if you're gonna go see other fish rooms, that type of thing, the background noise kills a lot of videos. Like, it's hard to listen to, especially if people are trying to listen to it in their car through Bluetooth, that type of thing. So get yourself either a $15 lapel mic. I don't know why that's so funny.
Sorry, no. Sorry, I got distracted.
Get yourself like a $15 lapel mic or something like that, or a dedicated audio recorder. If you can get your audio really good, then you can transfer that to almost any camera you're ever going to use, that type of thing. And it's, in my opinion, really, really, really easy to upgrade the video, because you just plop some money down, buy a better camera, it's done. But learning how to make good audio takes a little bit of skill, and people want to focus on the video first. And the biggest separating factor I find between channels is their audio. So I would say start with the audio, and you can upgrade audio for as cheap as $15 from Amazon. And even a lot of the videos we use today, we're still using a $15 microphone for most of the videos we shoot. So wow. even like this microphone's $500, but most of the stuff we shoot is a $15 microphone. So
good point.
Yes, and that is my upgrade. My next upgrade will be audio. Like, I don't know why, but so I have a linear piston air pump, right? And it's quiet, but all the bubbles, obviously, are noisy.
Loud, yeah.
And for some reason, I have never just flipped a switch and turned that off when I make videos. I started to do that now, and I'm like, it's so much quieter.
Yeah, it's way easier.
It's so stupid. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
What about you? Any tips?
What about me? If you want my full comprehensive how to YouTube, go ahead and check out become a Patreon on my Patreon. No, I'm just kidding. The easiest piece of advice that I could give out somebody if you're going to start a YouTube channel, sit down and make 30 videos. Make 30 of them before you even upload one single video. And a lot of people go, man, that's going to be that's a lot of work. That's a ton of work. That's a this, that's a that. Yeah, guess what? Making videos all the time is a ton of work. And if making 30 of them is too much, I think I looked at my channel the other day. I have 675 videos up there. And, to fully admit it, a bunch of my videos are terrible. Probably because I never sat down to make 30 of them ahead of time. So is it a piece of advice that is difficult? Sure. If it's something that you want to do, you're going to have to do it, though. And one of the benefits that you'll learn from making those videos is the type of videos that you want to make, how your workflow is going to work, so that in the future, I need 16 hours to make a video, or you need a half an hour to make a video. You'll also learn your style. You'll also learn a lot of the editing process that you need, maybe equipment that you're missing, and figuring out how to tell your story. So like Bob was saying earlier, oftentimes he's just shooting what he's doing, and then he realizes, oh, okay, here's the story, you know, which is his style. And everybody has a different style of how to do that, you know. So that's something that I would say that if somebody is going to start out right now, start out doing that. It is very, I know it sounds difficult, and it sounds like, oh man, this guy's telling me that it's going to be hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard, especially if you get to the point where there are some people in this room that have 100,000 people subscribing to their videos and stuff. If you think it's weird to upload a video right now with 5 people watching it, it's going to be super weird if there's 100,000 people watching and you're not even happy with the product at all. You know, and so if you're going to start out a channel, if you wanted to start out making a channel, regardless of whether it's aquatic stuff or anything like that, go ahead and get 30 videos in the can. And then the next thing that you can do is once you have those done and ready to go, then you can start uploading them on a schedule. Set a schedule, follow it forever to the end of time. So if you set up a schedule that says, you know, that you're going to upload 5 videos a week, you better be able to follow through on doing that, because as soon as you drop off and not follow that obligation, guess what? A lot of the people will go away. And if you know, another one of the big things that's going to help out is with that, figuring out how many videos you want to do is having made 30 videos that you know it's going to take me 6 hours a week to make 2 videos. Cool. I can do 2 videos a week, and I have one come out on Sunday and one come out on Wednesday, and you just stick to it and you just keep doing it for a really long time. And Keanu just posted in there, 375 watching with 171 likes. Sounds like we're 200 short. What's the word? What do we use on Bob's stream? Smush the like button?
No, just hit the like button.
Oh, just hit it. Just
Back
hit
to
it. Right?
basics.
Oh, back to basics.
We keep it simple around here.
Judo kick.
Yep. All right, Jimmy, let's hit up these super chats if you don't mind.
Boom, boom.
What is this bubbles?
Don't worry, the second port.
Okay. $2.23 from Chicken Lips, Mike, Whitey Tidies, and a lab coat.
Back to the underwear, huh? Let's just say whenever I wear a lab coat, I'm wearing whitey tidies, and that's probably it.
I think next time, open the lab coat.
I'll send that to you privately, Bob.
Okay, thanks.
DMs.
Plastic Bass Hunter with a $2 super chat. Hey, Corey, a dude on our Aquascope has crinomatans. I assume you know what that's for.
Either he or someone else was hunting for crinomatans, and I said they were super hard to get a hold of. And r/Aquaswap would be a Reddit subforum, or technically a subreddit.
What the heck is a Reddit?
You're old. It's one of those kids with the internet stuff where they're eating Tide Pods and stuff. I don't know.
Aaron Cherry with the $10 super chat says, what would you suggest to do to control ammonia nitrite levels in a turtle tank that is already overfiltered 3 times the tank size with no luck managing? Well, ammonia is one thing, but nitrate, I don't think you're ever going to control that with a turtle. No matter how many times you turn the water over, it's still going to poop the same amount. And nitrates only go away with water changes. I mean, I guess you could try like pothos or something, but I've actually never kept a turtle. I know Corey has. Any advice?
Yeah, I mean, it's just body mass. So, like, if you take one rigid slider that's like this big, that's probably equal to 800 neon tetras. And at the end of the day, it's still how much food went in versus how much ammonia you're going to have. So, if you're battling ammonia nitrates, cut the food levels back and don't feed messy things. Like, if they're eating goldfish, for instance, and they're leaving the head to rot, that's going to be a ton of ammonia. Whereas maybe some frozen silver sides, not as much, or maybe bloodworms or even pellets, and then do lots of water changes and keep upping the filtration until you can manage it. And it's what filters do, filters convert ammonia into nitrate. Basically, think of a filter like a big garbage can. You can keep putting stuff in that garbage can, but eventually you got to take it out to the curb so that it gets taken away. That's the water change. So even if you have giant filters, it's like having you can put a dumpster inside your living room and it'll hold a ton of garbage, but it still has to get taken out eventually. So that water change, It's pretty important. If you have a small garbage can, you have a small filter, take it out all the time.
There you go. We have Sarah with the $5 super chat says, if y'all want to play another round of Stock My Tank, I'd like to redo my 12-gallon fluval edge with more than one fish. Fluval's tripping.
No, stripping.
Oh, it's stripping now?
Whoa. Fluval stripping.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
Okay.
Fluval's tripping instead of fluval stripping.
I'll go
That
for-
is
I'll go
funny.
first. I got an idea.
Okay.
This is what I want to do, and I think it'd be good for that size take. A handful of silver tip tetras and some pygmy cories. There's 2 fish.
Wow,
I think those-
take up the whole...
You took both?
Yeah, what are we going to do now?
What? That's
It's
a
12-gallon tank. We got a handful of 2 fish already?
yeah. Well, a handful could be
I guess I...
Yeah, I thought it was only one per.
I'm gonna stock the tank with a filter.
Yeah.
All right, you're next going around the table.
All right, so we've got a billion fish apparently already. I'm going to stock it with. I'm gonna blow your guys' minds here, since you already stocked it with a lot of fish.
Okay, one of each.
Nope. Now you're just abusing fish. Get it straight. I'm gonna suggest a ample supply of scuds.
A mono shrimp.
I'm gonna throw a red-tailed catfish in there because I heard they grow to the size of the tank.
It's true.
Yeah, they'll be fine,
That's what I heard.
and it'll clear out all these other fish that are in there.
There you go.
Rob, you can talk.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Okay, now I do.
I'm just
Now I'm sorry.
So what do we have so far? We got 2 handfuls of what?
Silver tip tetras and pygmy cories.
Okay.
I added a colony of scuds.
I would have gone with the pygmy core, so that's
For
why
food.
I was screwing around.
To feed
You've got a
everything.
mono shrimp.
Which is a good suggestion.
Yep.
And then Joel, you're really adding
No,
the
I
red-tailed
would have gone
catfish?
with like pygmy cores or something, but Mike picked 2, so I was joking around about red-tailed catfish.
So here's the pygmy cories. So I'm gonna add a
I'm just saying
colony.
it was good.
I'm gonna add a colony of Malaysian trumpet snails, just to keep the algae off the glass, keep the substrate stirred, and you got a nice little ecosystem.
Clams. I don't think clams do well. Has anyone successfully kept clams here?
It's a lot of work.
I have not.
Yeah.
And mussels. I've done that too.
All right, Jimmy, we need to go back to the super chats. We're way behind, please. What was that last one? Stock my tank. Okay. Crace with the $2 super chat. Thank you. John with the $5.55. Thinking of raising Daphnia outdoors, Southern California. How would each of you tackle that? I've never done it, and I'm pretty sure Corey's the only one that has. Am I wrong? Have you done it?
Daphnia outdoors?
I haven't done it outdoors.
I know Corey has.
I've done it in windowsills. I never did it outdoors.
Now let's let the master speak.
Give him the mic.
So I've got the oldest, like, cringiest video shot on a cell phone that's like 40 minutes long where I diatribed about the chronicles of Daphnia propagation. It's cringy, and it will definitely resonate true with the fix your audio first part of videos. But if you watch that, I learned a lot of things. I was culturing it. I still have the tubs, actually, in 360-gallon tubs, and I did it in a 100-gallon tub as well. The trick is they're very sensitive to, like, metals and basically toxins. So even like prime that we use to take chlorine out of water, the ingredients in prime kill Daphnia in Daphnia ponds. So you really need like aged water or rain barrel water or old water out of your aquarium. So what I was doing is when I do water changes out of my aquariums in the house, I would pump that water all the way outside into my garage, which was like a 100-foot hose. And that was after pumping some water out of that. And that's how I would change water, because Daphnia molt a ridiculous amount. Like, I believe the population doubles every 7 days. So it ramps up slowly, and usually you lose them from crashing. You go like, oh, I've got some. Now I have a lot. Now I have 1 billion, and they all died, and now I barely have any. And depending on temperature, which I like to keep them more in like the 50, 60-degree range, they'll procreate and they'll be live bearers, where if they get too stressed out from bad water quality or the temperature drops down, they'll start laying little eggs, and that'll get through the bad season, and then when it's better, they can hatch out again. And the big thing I find is because they're molting all the time, they molt it's like every 4 days or something like that. It's a lot. They need a lot of calcium in that water. So I use crushed coral, and I would put in like wonder shells, They need a little bit of aeration. I think people overstate the aeration. Just barely any will aerate that water. And then the big thing that I was working on, I think worked the best, was get floating like water sprite or water lettuce growing, because it'll consume that ammonia from like the shells decomposing, but it's also going to use up some of that calcium. And in the video you can see I was able to harvest it pounds at a time, but it was definitely labor intensive, and it would still always crash on me. I would get to a point where feeding it and stuff like that, I couldn't narrow it down perfectly. I could never culture enough water, and so I was using green water. So I was using like a one of those blenders you could make shakes with or something like that, and I was blending up brewer's yeast, spirulina, and tried a little bit of crackers and some other things. And you want to get it so it's just milky enough in that water that you can only see about a foot into it. Anything more than that, you're probably fouling that water, and you would do that mix maybe every 4 or 5 days, depending on how fast they're clearing it out and your current population. And I think one of the keys is harvesting some every day.
There you go.
Mic drop.
Yep. All right, then we got Matt Dill with $2.19 super chat says, for the lab coat whitey tidy video, he's funding me for you to do it. Thank you,
wow.
Matt. He also has a $5.19 super chat says, best filter media for canister filter. Sorry, Rob. I was going to buy a Matten filter, but got one for free.
Can't argue with free.
Nope.
Never.
I would fill it with as much sponges as I could.
Yeah, fill it with Matten filters.
Yeah, buy a bunch of man filters, cut them up.
Yep.
You got a pretty good canister filter.
I like ceramic rings.
Whoa,
You
dude,
would.
seriously?
Yeah, personally.
So all of those totally work. If you own any of those, I recommend you use those first.
Yep.
If you're buying things, I go on a little bit different plan. I like to run an intake sponge, and then I fill the canister with bio balls, less surface area, but they're designed not to collect debris. So any debris that makes it past the sponge will go back into the tank, get another chance to either get gravel vacked out or get caught in the sponge. And so I only have to crack open my canister filters like once a year maybe. And that's just the way I prefer to run mine. But then if you need fine polishing, use a hang-on back or a sponge filter or something like that to do that. And that's a lot easier for me to service because I hate crawling on the ground, pulling out a canister.
That's great. I never thought about that. Yeah. That's going to be my big takeaway from today. So thank you, Matt. I learned something new thanks to your $5. Dark with the $5 super chat says, I'm setting up a 180-gallon heavily planted tank with a 90-gallon sump. What small nanofish and vertebrates? Rob, this sounds like a question for you.
Okay, so the question is, because I didn't hear it. Sorry.
It's right there. Wake up.
I was reading the one below.
read, so.
Yeah, this is difficult.
Oh, it's in a color he can't read.
Yep.
Hey, wow, come on now.
Look at Darth.
So Darth is setting up a 180-gallon heavily planted tank with a 90-gallon sump. What small nano/fish/inverts do you recommend? So personally, if I was going with a 180-gallon tank, it depends on how much money you want to spend. Because if I had unlimited money, I would do a huge colony of blue bolts, because that's what I'm doing in the 800-gallon tank. Or not the 800. I wish I had an 800-gallon tank. The 400-gallon tank.
You have unlimited money then.
What?
You said if you had unlimited money, you'd do
Blue
a huge
bolts.
colony of blue bolts.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the unlimited money that you apparently have now.
Well, no, I don't have it yet.
Oh.
Well, if money wasn't an issue.
Oh, okay.
Wow. If money wasn't an issue.
Thanks for clearing that up, Rob.
Jeez, oh man.
Sorry, man. I was just jumping in to make sure.
That's
that
true. Okay.
You said you had unlimited money thing.
So you're wondering
I don't want anybody
where to
thinking
get that
I'm
unlimited
small,
money?
Rob, so.
No, I'm not. 100. Okay, back to the question. Jeez. 180-gallon tank. I would highly suggest going with the crystal red shrimp. I know Joel did crystal red shrimp in his 150-gallon, and I thought it looked amazing. And so I'd really, I like that because the white and the red really contrast well with the plants in there. I would also recommend some neorite snails and a mono shrimp just to help keep it clean. A great nanofish is Otocinclus, also a great cleaner. And then I'd probably do a big school of celestial pearl danios.
Oof.
Don't do that. Don't tell them to do that.
Well, yeah, but they would definitely eat the babies.
No, because I'm going to do that.
Oh, you're gonna do that?
Yes, that's
Is
what
that
I'm
exactly
telling
what
you.
you were gonna do?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what's going on in 240.
Really?
Yeah.
How many?
I talked to him about it yesterday.
A
Yeah,
million?
but clearly he doesn't listen to anything.
Clearly, I've been tired this
There's going to be
weekend.
200 that go in there.
All right, so Craze with the $8 super
CBDs?
chat. $8 super chat. Is there a benefit to live plant aquascaping and waiting until the plants are fully established before adding livestock? I would say technically, yeah, because it would remove waste faster. Like, it would eat the nitrates more, but is it worth waiting?
I don't think it would be.
I don't think I could wait.
I go once you see plant growth happening, you know they're uptaking nutrients. I feel like that's the time you can start adding fish. It's not a on or off switch. Like maybe you go, oh, I can see plant growth. I'm going to add 12 of these, knowing that I'm going to keep 100 of them long term. Yeah, could you go like, oh, let me grow this entire tank out, then add 100? Sure, but I'm not that patient of a person.
Exactly. Wally, when changing your reptile's water dish, can you spray it with chlorhexidine? I don't know if I said that right. Let it sit, wipe it down, then refill. I have never done that, so I'm not going to say one way or the other. I don't know, has anyone?
Does anybody
know
know
what that is?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I've never kept reptiles really.
Stumped. Matt Dill with the $2.19 super chat. Suggestions on where to buy scuds having problems.
Is it just me or has Matt Dill been dropping a lot of super chats?
I would say Aquabid. That's my...
He's ringing it. I've tried on Aquabid before, and sometimes you get crazy things where it's like, for $100, I'm going to send you 1,000 scuds. And it's kind of like saying, for $100, I'm going to send you 1,000 pieces of duckweed. So for me, the best scuds I've bought in the last couple of years came from Goliad Farms, which is down in Texas. And they sent Goliad. It's a place.
Goliad or Goldiad?
Yeah, how do you
Goliad, so Goliad. And Charles Clapsaddle runs that farm, and he's a big live bearer breeder. He's given talks, that type of thing. Super cool guy, family-run business. My favorite part about his business is no water changes get done. He's like a 100% sustainable fish farm. And so each week they sell fish and they ship them out and do all that thing, but the only water that happens is replacement for evaporation. So they replace 2% of the water on average per week, and they have insane amounts of plant filtration to like digest all the waste from the African cichlids and the live bearers. And he makes the biggest live bearers. There's mollies that are just ridiculously big, but they have really good scud colonies. The shipping's a little brutal, so hopefully you buy some fish and then it doesn't feel so bad. But I feel like for $10 on scuds, it was more than I could ever have needed. It's like a ridiculously big portion, but that shipping is brutal. So if you can find some fish you want and then throw some scuds on top of that, it feels pretty good.
We have another question for you. This one's been asked a ton. So Fish in the Corner has got a trio of the best guppies in the world that you got from Guppy Train. This is more for Corey, but I would love some help. Roll that, Corey's. Any tips for that exact strain? There's the question. I was looking for the question.
I would say just keep the water pretty hard. Coming over from Thailand, they like really hard water, and they've been able to reproduce for me. Although right now with the whole studio change and stuff like that, I'm down to one big fat pregnant female and one little baby, so I got to really watch that colony and get it to turn the corner. But yeah, give it a lot of cover and keep that calcium high and feed enough so that they don't prey on babies. I like baby brine shrimp even frozen.
There you go. Michael with the $10 super chat says, your favorite crypt to use in a planet aquarium and why? I like Crypt spiralis is my favorite because out of all the ones I have, it is the fastest growing for a crypt. And that's pretty much why. And I like the Java, it kind of looks like Jungle Val, that sort of. I like that it just keeps growing and kind of goes with the current. I think it looks nice. That's my favorite. What do you got?
What do I got for what?
Favorite crypt. And
Oh,
and why?
Yeah. It's like choosing a favorite child. Probably Wendeti on all the variations of those. That'd be my favorite. Mainly because I can manipulate them a lot. I can get them to go green. I can get them to go dark brown. I can get them to go red. Yeah, Wendeti.
So I got a question. So I've bought all these as someone who brings in as many plants as you. I've bought Wendeti bronze and green and red, but they always look exactly the same. What is the problem? Is this just marketing? What's going on here?
So I think part of the problem is marketing, but in immersed grown, so that means grown out of water, they all pretty much look the same until you submerge them. And in my opinion, a lot of plant vendors or farms, I'm not going to say don't care, but they're going to sell either way. And I feel like depending on where I order from, they are slightly different. Like everyone's like, where'd you get that really cool crypt in your Mabu puffer tank at the shop? And it's like, it was just a Crypticorn Wendeti Red that came from a different farm. Even though everyone's sort of like, isn't that the Florida Sunset strain? I'm like, yeah, maybe, but I bought it as a red. And so I just buy all reds, and that's where I don't get super specific when I'm selling them on my site either, is because if you claim it's something, it's really hard. And same thing with like Vallisneria. I run that same problem of like, most farms can't identify what Vallisneria they have, so how can I possibly tell you what I'm selling you? I just go, it is a Vallisneria. And so I just sell Crypticorn Wendeti Red. I order that all the time, and we hope for the best.
You gotta watch out for street names. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Flynn's Fish Forum says, we all get bored of fish, but what's one fish you'll never get bored of? Mine is obviously rainbow fish. Mike, why don't you go next?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say rainbow fish.
I know, that's why I said it first.
Rummy nose tetras.
Crawfish, crayfish.
I love rummy nose tetras. They school great. They're great fish.
All right, Rob, you're next. The question is, since you don't know.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I was paying attention. I got a piece of gum to help keep me going. My answer is shrimp. No, if I had to pick a fish that really kept me going and I liked, I would probably pick Celestial Pearl Daniel. I think those are
boring.
Well, they're just always gorgeous. I mean, I could pick like a Mabu puffer. Like I'd never get bored of that.
pick. Mabu puffer is mine. Like, don't get me wrong, guppies. I've kept a lot of guppies and I love guppies, but I can get bored of that strain. I've yet to ever get bored of a Mabu puffer because they have so much personality. It's kind of like, to me, they're like a dog, and I don't think I ever really feel like, oh man, I'm so bored of that dog. Like, it just becomes a part of your life, and so I don't even evaluate it on whether am I having fun or not. Like, I would never be like, yeah, I'm kind of bored of my dog. I'm just going to give it away, and then if I want a dog again in 3 years, I'll get one. Like, that's never a thought. And that's never a thought with Mabu puffer either. It's not even up for debate.
It's like extra shrimp.
Swift Aquarium's been all over it today. He's been all over.
One fish I'll never get tired of. I always have the ace up my sleeve, big time,
Yeah.
and that's gobies.
Gobies? Oh,
And
gobies is a good one.
if anybody's questioning why I'd never get tired of gobies, it's over 2,200 documented types of saltwater gobies. So good luck on me catching them all.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Right? And they're awesome.
Saltwater.
Call him Joel
There's a
Ketchum.
lot of fresh ones. There's a lot of freshwater ones too.
So Charles says, how long is the stream going for? We normally have a 1 hour stream, which means we got just a few minutes left.
That's my favorite time of day.
When I'm done, that's your favorite time?
Oh, finally, it's over.
Finally.
That's my least favorite time of day.
Let's see.
Oh, Priscilla.
You got to read that one. You haven't said that all weekend.
Seriously, buffers. Jeez. Puffers are the bomb.com, like Rob would always say. That's what Priscilla said. I
Except
always
you
say,
don't own any.
Bob, you are the bomb.com.
Do you own any puffers?
Oh, I do not.
So
Corey sent me home with Little Bird.
Ladybird.
Oh, you know.
Dare you?
How dare you?
Oh.
Jeez.
Jamie McDonald wants to know, can anyone tell him about rainbow shiners? I actually have rainbow shiners. I don't know how many I have, but I have them in my 125 that's not heated, although the room is, so it stays lower 70s, but they do like cooler temperatures in my experience. And they take forever to color up. Forever.
Like 2 years.
Yeah. Yep. What about you, Mike? Rainbow shiner tips?
Never had him.
They're from Alabama. Come on.
I ain't never been to that part of Alabama before.
Yeah, apparently.
Jeez. Did we miss another super chat? I got Moogle saying LG3, thanks for the super chat.
I got a good question.
Yeah,
I saw this come up earlier from Tessartmania. If you could start any ambitious project, what would it be? Because I think I saw that in the last couple of streams. someone's been asking that question. If you could start any ambitious project, what would it be?
Breeding shrimp in the United States.
All right.
Getting common plecos out of the hobby.
Oh,
Ooh, I like.
Bob, that was a good one.
It's controversial.
Hashtag smart Bob.
All you have to do is just drop a couple hurricanes on Florida.
Yeah.
Game over.
So I'm kind of doing my project is I want to run like a production studio for YouTubers. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. But I'm fully focused on what I already do. But I want to do that. That's my ambitious project I'm trying to go down the road on. And then if it was fish related, it's infinite ponds in my yard and really develop and play with those rice fish.
How many do you have out there now?
Right now there's
You got a lot.
13.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was gonna guess 6. I was way off.
you were way off.
I've walked by that yard a lot too.
Yeah.
So I know what Mike's ambitious project is.
Do you want me to say it?
To keep crayfish alive.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Mine would be to create a full-fledged, high-tech, fully funded aquarium research laboratory so that we could quantify very important things that we frankly have.
Do you have any specifics or just things?
Yeah. I want to know the exact nutrient requirements for a massive catalog of plants. I want to know how much par this plant needs to achieve this much growth. Things like that. Things that, we throw a lot of things in a
You
tank.
had a laboratory.
I did. It was not fully funded, and it was also not very high tech.
Oh, that's
So there's not a lot. It's tough. It's tough. But I think that would be really cool because there's a lot of data out there that is not in a book.
Very
What
good.
about you, Rob? Do you still remember the question?
Yeah, I kind of answered it.
You wanted to
Well, I tried just having a business that only bred shrimp in the United States, and for those of you that follow me, knows that was unsuccessful. We just literally could not meet demand, and so I would love it if I started the project to actually undertake that, which would require a lot of land, a ton of ponds, and a ton of manpower. So that would be my dream to have that come to fruition. Go ahead, Joel.
Am I ready? What's
You
a
are ready.
big lofty project I'd like to do? I'd like to operate a successful YouTube channel.
Don't get your hopes up.
Actually, realistically, my long-term goal is to operate an actual nursery and not just a holding center, but operate a nursery that can actually compete with the overseas prices and actually be raising and growing and breeding in the United States at a competitive price against imported stuff, which, if you're asking for a lofty goal, dare be a lofty goal right there.
What's that last super chat?
We got like 4 that we missed.
Okay, back to super chats, Jimmy. Please, thank you. Hi, Rob. Pound no shade. Or hashtag, sorry.
Do you know what that
Mold.
means?
I don't know what pound means, but I know what hashtag means.
Well, do you know what no shade is?
That you can't see.
Yeah.
I pay attention.
Dude, you're good.
And the one about it.
$2 super chat from TJ Snyder. Thank you, TJ. No comment. Leslie with $2. No comment. Thank you, Leslie. Wushu Jimmy Brown, $5.67. In order, 5, 6, 7. Which of you is the easiest to make laugh?
Rob. I laughed.
Yeah, see? It's Mike because he never gets the jokes, so he just laughs to make it seem like he knows what's going on.
I just laugh at everything.
Nice.
But I actually get the most joy when Jimmy laughs. Because he always seems very excited when he laughs.
He is excited when he
like cough.
Yes.
Clay Hodges with the $2 super chat. Joel, don't wish hurricanes on us.
If I had that power to wish hurricanes on anybody, I wouldn't wish it on Florida.
You'd wish it on Alabama?
Yeah.
Joel, don't wish hurricanes on us, please. Thomas with the $2 super chat. Ever seen a tank with pea puffers and shrimp work?
This is
Rob.
a great question for my man Mike.
I mean, we could find out.
Too soon. Too soon.
I personally have never seen it work, but I've also never tried it. I would say puffers are a little too aggressive to be kept with shrimp because, if they're going to pick on a snail that has a shell, they're definitely going to pick on a shrimp that doesn't have a shell.
I've seen it work twice ever, which is not a big sample size, and it is not easy. But one gentleman he's a master at growing plants. He's really good. He only has one tank. It was a 50-gallon, and he had one pea puffer and a ridiculous colony of cherry shrimp in there, and they would breed faster than the one pea puffer could ever eat. So the pea puffer ate like a champion, and he still would sell me shrimp all the time. So that's one instance I saw it work. And the other one was we had a Ninja Amano shrimp that would just run the gauntlet in our sales pea puffer tank all the time. I don't know if it's still there, but while I was working in the store, was there for over a year, and there'd routinely be 10, 20, 30 puffers in that tank at all times. So I'm not saying that you should go out and do it, but if I ever seen it, yes, I've seen it twice ever. That's it.
Have you ever seen it not work?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
All right, I think we're caught up, Jimmy. So any other things you guys want to touch on before we close this out? Any last minute words?
I've got one.
We got one over here.
We have one more episode tomorrow with a new YouTuber that's not at this table, hasn't been around all weekend. We'll be on the Real Fish Talk episode at 3 o'clock. And if you want to if you want to join Joel and myself there, we'll have someone new for you guys to meet, hang out with. I encourage you guys to subscribe, everyone at the table, if you at all liked what we did. It is, this is live stream, I think 294 of the weekend so far. They're, if we've been like together for 100 hours, I think we've been streaming about 40 of it. So it's been crazy. But I've had a blast, and I hope we can do this more often and even get more people in the mix and that type of thing. This was a last-minute thing. Anyone who feels like they didn't get the invite, it wasn't really an invite thing. Rob was coming out to check out the warehouse, and then once people heard that was happening, they were like, I could drive over there, and I wasn't going to say no. But it's not like I sent invites out or anything like that. It was like, yeah, come on over, I guess. Why not? Yeah, keep doing it. And in the future, maybe we'll do a bigger thing and actually send out some invites and, actually have some sleeping arrangements and, weird stuff like that. So
Perfect. I do have one thing to say, if that's okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay, perfect. Definitely, guys, go and share this. Bob is so close to hitting 20K subscribers.
Oh, I am.
So it would be really cool if we could see that happen while we're all together and kind of like, give him a pat on the back. And so if you guys could share this live stream and get it out there, hopefully.
I'm bringing up the live count right now.
Bob, what are we at?
It's loading.
Okay. So
I wasn't privileged enough to have the Wi-Fi password. So down in this cave, it takes a while.
You cannot access the Overlord.
Wait for it.
Yeah, so it would be
19,664.
Ooh.
So 346
46
away. So it could happen in a day. It probably won't happen while we're all together, but definitely give Bob some love. Push him to 20K, and I think that'd be great. And thank you for letting us come on your show, Bob.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Bob.
So just to recap, Rob, Flip Aquatics, also flipaquatics.com.
Oops.
I think there's some Amano stuff happening over there.
Amano Pros 25.
Best coupon code ever. Get you 25% off Amano Shrimp, the best algae eaters in the game.
At flipaquatics.com.
There you go. Joel, Corvus Oskin. Make sure you subscribe over there. Obviously, Corey. You have Real Fish Talk and then the YouTube Grind.
I do. If you're looking for that YouTube advice, I do have a channel dedicated to how to do YouTube, that type of stuff. And if you wanted to buy all of my merchandise, use the code FLIP15 to get 15% off all my sweet, sweet stuff.
And then, of course, Mike from Aqua Pros, the biggest channel here.
True.
Oh, stop it.
with the least amount of views.
Oh, stop it.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this last hour. Thanks for all the super chats. I really enjoyed it, and I'll be back. Well, these guys will be back here tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get off work early enough tomorrow, but I will be back Thursday, 5 p.m. is my other day that I live stream. Okay. So thanks to everyone. Thanks you all for.
You guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come over to your house.
All right, Jimmy.
Can't wait.
Cut it.
See you guys.